How do you go from this?
Long hallways are the epitome of discomfort. I've already said hi to this woman. What other interaction could we possibly have?
It's a really nice day. Woo.
Are you following me?
No.
What am I supposed to do with my face? Am I supposed to look at her the whole time? Do I act like the blank walls are interesting enough to stare at? Do I make eye contact? Do I have to smile at her again? Okay, that wasn't so bad.
To this.
Emerging Entrepreneur Award. Duh. Entrepreneur means I did that by myself. And to everybody who claims to have helped me get here, okay, Ann.
Self-proclaimed awkward black girl turned confident woman. How did she find her way in this world to create her art and accomplish her goals? Stick around for this week's Culture Breakdown. Our culture is full of wealth, talent, passion, style, history, and influence. This culture was built by remarkable people who impact the world every single day, but nobody talks about how they do it. What are the skills they possess to entertain, inspire, and shake up the world? Now, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to pay homage to those leading the way. I'm Jamaal Noland, and this is Culture Breakdown. If you're new to this channel, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and bell notification for more culture breakdowns every Tuesday. For everyone else, welcome back. If you learned something new in this video about Issa Rae, be sure to leave a comment down below, and also drop your favorite principle in the comment section as well. Let's get into the video. If you aren't familiar with Issa Rae's story, that's exactly what this video is all about. Her journey from Stanford to a hit TV show and more. And we'll examine the principles she implemented in her life to gain success and become an inspiration to millions just like her. So first, the name Issa Rae.
My full name is Issa Rae Joe, and my middle name Rae. I was named after my mom's sister. She was a visual artist, and she always just bigged me up and was super encouraging. And passed away. And my friend just randomly called me that nickname on Facebook. She was like, "Oh, hey, Issa Rae, blah blah," and I was like, "What? Nobody calls me that." I was like, "Oh, I love that," because it was she had just passed, and it was a way for me to pay homage to her.
Now we have a name. Let's get into the journey. Issa Rae went to school at Stanford, and that's where she got her start creating content. And it's also where we get our first principle, get started.
Stanford didn't have a film program, so I went to the New York Film Academy in LA. I was really busy, which meant I had a lot of work, and when I have a lot of work, my creative mind goes in overdrive because I'm just looking for an outlet. And I just had an idea of like, what if I do like a mockumentary about what it's like to be black at Stanford, and created a web series, Dorm Diaries, and it spread to a whole bunch of different colleges.
Being black at Stanford, there's so much pressure, like I have to be a leader for black people, I have to stay on top of my schoolwork. I gotta take care of these crazy kids in the dorm as an RA. It's so much pressure.
We all have to start somewhere, and oftentimes we are the only thing that stands between us and success. I'll let Issa tell you principle number 2 herself.
I can tell you the advice that I would give to people is just to stop making excuses. You're the only one stopping you, because I had to hear that myself. Because I'm excuse queen, I'm procrastination queen, I'm all of those, and I would always talk about how I wanted to make this happen. I wanted to put a show out. I wanted to make this idea happen, and I want to be a writer and a producer. But once you're coming up with ways that you can't do something, you're not going to do it.
Now we have 2 principles, but let's get back into her journey and what she learned along the way.
And it was also during a time when I was trying to break into the industry traditionally by doing contests. We submitted for like a Sundance program, and was just getting no's. I created another web series featuring my younger brother. And then the third web series was Awkward Black Girl, and that's the one that took off. Then 5 years later, I came up with the Awkward Black Girl series.
Okay, let's talk about the misadventures of an awkward black girl. Many people have no idea that Issa Rae started on YouTube. People think she just burst onto the scenes and became this overnight success with Insecure, but that isn't the truth at all. She had this web series that gained a lot of attention with no real budget, and if you've never seen it before, it is an incredibly well-written and produced show. Easily your next binge-worthy content. Here's a preview.
Am I the only one who pretends I'm in a music video when I'm by myself?
My booty shouts, booty shouts.
Niggas wanna fuck me from behind. Finger for this ass. Niggas wanna feel up on this booty. They ain't got a chance. I be teasing, cheesing, leaning, playing niggas to the thing. They can't even check me, boo. I'm the motherfucking shit.
Awkward moment. What's the protocol for repeatedly running into someone at a stop sign?
Chief missed you.
Oh my god, hey, I totally didn't even see you.
It's been so long.
I know, right?
No, seriously. What the fuck is it?
I guess I'll see you at work.
If you want to see more, the link is above and in the description box below. So this great idea and great show got the ball rolling for Issa, but everything didn't pan out immediately. The first episode had a budget of only $25, but it did much better than her other two series right out the gate. She had an audience, but she had no money. They did a Kickstarter and it raised over $50,000 and got the attention of people like Pharrell, which brings us to principle number 3, build an audience.
And so to see that show spread was like an epiphanous moment where I felt like, oh my gosh, I can just have direct access to an audience. And then I started with Facebook randomly, trying to add all friends. When they opened it up to like the world, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna add all the Senegalese people because there are like 3 last names. All I have to do is type the last names and whatever. So that was like a community. I created like an African community where we would share stuff amongst each other. And 3 shows down the line, when I launched Awkward Black Girl, like I had accumulated a fan base from the other 2 shows and really learned from my mistakes, learned what people wanted to see, been studying like analytics. And by the time that show was put out, like there was an audience. It wasn't like huge or anything, but it was enough for them to share with their friends, and they would share with their friends. Like writing spec scripts and pilot scripts and things like that, and then being told, no, your work doesn't really have an audience, nobody's looking for that. And then creating work online where I had an audience and people were like, oh, this is great. And that first show, my senior year of college, I always remembered, wow, I have direct access to an audience. I should probably keep doing this. And
as a creator or an inspiring creator, you have to live by the saying, if you build it, they will come. If you have the people on your side, you are ahead of the game and you have all the power and the influence. You can go direct to consumer in this new media era, and that's invaluable. Build your audience no matter how long it takes, and you'll have the leverage. Even with a successful web series, Issa couldn't avoid being told no, which brings us to principle number 4, no is a part of the game. She heard no throughout her journey, and then she created this pilot.
The show will center around people dating in LA and about a girl who isn't from LA's new experiences in LA. So it's really LA centered, but really it's about the universal differences between men and women. It's only autobiographical in the sense that I do hate LA men, so sorry, y'all suck.
She was turned down on that pilot, but a month later, HBO called and you get this.
Go, shawty, it's my birthday, but no one cares because I'm not having a party, because I'm feeling sorry for myself. I just want to be more confident. Brave me. Like, no fucks me. I want to be that person.
I love these Fendi.
I have a problem.
Converse.
I have a problem.
I love how you just don't even care.
Insecure, the Golden Globe nominated show. And now she has her own production company and much, much more. That was Issa Rae's story in a nutshell. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And until next week, I'm out.